Hey guys, welcome to the video. Today we are going to be making taco soup. For that we're going to use 6 cups of chicken broth, 2 pounds of hamburger. We're going to use 2 cans of black beans and 2 cans of pinto beans. I like to use 2 cans of Rotel. We'll be using 2 jars of On the Border, a cup of sour cream. Alright, so you start by adding your 2 pounds of hamburger to a slightly oiled pan. And let that cook and get a little Maillard effect on it before you chop it up. And we will be adding a little bit of taco seasoning just to the meat for the to season that meat. If you need to, you can flatten this down just a little bit, but before you flip it over and start mixing it, you really want to get that crust on that bottom. Once your hamburger starts getting a nice crust, sorry it's really hard to see because of the light, but like that, that's when you want to start mixing it up, scraping it off the bottom, and really getting it all broken up into your smaller pieces. Just flipping this big chunk over. My hamburger was slightly frozen, but nothing a little bit of a longer cook won't take. And when you're making this stuff, you don't necessarily have to use just pinto and black beans. I've used kidney beans, garbanzo beans, kind of any bean that I have in hand. A lot of the time I do prefer the pinto and black bean mixture, just because to me it tastes a little bit better, but I do occasionally really like to mix. Instead of like 2 cans of pinto, I'll add 1 can of pinto, 1 can of kidney beans, the red kidney beans, or I'll add 1 can of the garbanzo beans. Garbanzo beans are really good if you want to add a little bit of extra protein and fiber and stuff to it. Another good thing is lentils. I've also used lentils before. Those are really good. This is almost done. Just been kind of dividing it up. So it's 4 cups of chicken broth, and then we'll take 2 more out of this. So it'll be about 6 cups of chicken broth. We'll do 1 full cup of sour cream, but that's all in a minute. First we got to get this hamburger cooked down. It is getting there. Just need to maybe another minute or 2 there, and it'll be good. Alright, so with your can of Rotel, I like to drain my Rotel if it wants to come out. Just because I don't really need a lot more extra liquids in this, because we already got the chicken broth and we got the cans of beans that do have the bean juice, which you do keep just because if you want your soup a little bit thicker. So now they're drained, we're going to toss them in the pan. Alright, now that they're all drained, your Rotel's drained, the hamburger's cooked all the way, we're going to toss the 2 cans of drained Rotel in, get this mixed up good. We're going to add in our taco seasoning. Honestly, I never measure just because I measure with my heart. Just kidding. That's about 1 to 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. You can adjust it to your liking. I've just made it so much that I know how much I'm putting in there. Alright, now this is the weird part. We're going to add the sour cream and the cheese now and get that cooked into the meat. So, sour cream. I'll get that cheese in. Alright, there we go. We got the 2 cans of Rotel in there, taco seasoning, and then the cheese, 2 jars of cheese, and the sour cream. All mixy. Get it nice and combined. Real good. Make sure you get all the edges there. It's really hard with one hand. I've never done this. There we go. It's looking good. You want this all incorporated and starting to get heating up. You can see my hand in the video. There we go. Okay. Ooh, sweet. Alright, then you're going to let this cook for a minute or 2 just because you want this all heated up really well. And then we're going to add in some more stuff after. Alright, so I like to rinse and drain 1 can of the pinto and 1 can of the black beans, just so that way I have enough room for the chicken stock and stuff in this. But we're going to add the drain cans first. That's one. I gotta hurry and drain this other can. I'll set this down again. Boom. Perfect. Give that a little rinse. Okay. Nice and rinsed off. That goes into the pot. Give that a mixy mix. All right, okay. Okay, now we're gonna add the other cans. And, oh wait, what am I doing? Yeah, we're gonna add in the 2 other cans of pinto beans real quick, and then we'll add in our chicken stock. All right, now we got all of the beans in, and they're getting warmed up real good. We're gonna add in our chicken stock slowly. So we'll add in a little bit, because I'm doing this by one-handed. We're gonna add in a little bit and mix, just because we don't want any of that cheese and sour cream and stuff to like separate. Sometimes it does and then becomes grainy, so you do this slowly and it should be fine. Add in a little bit more. And this is sometimes where your pot size matters, serving and everything, because sometimes you can't fit all 6 cups of chicken stock, or I do sometimes like to do 2 cups of beef broth and then 3 of chicken, or vice versa. It's really good that way too. Pretty much it's just whatever stock you have, but add a good mix. I'm going to toss in a little bit more. And this is why I tend to drain 2 cans of the beans and the Rotel as well. You can drain all of the cans of beans. I do that sometimes as well, just in case I add a little bit of extra, whether it's extra hamburger or whatever, or I'm cooking in a smaller pot, I'll do that as well. So then we'll add in the rest of the chicken stock right there, boom. All right, get that mixed. We actually might be able to fit the last 2 cups of chicken stock in this. This is also where your recipe can change. If they had it, they don't have it where I'm at anymore, but they do have gluten-free cream of potato. Cream of potato is really good in this. You can add the cream of potato and it'll really thicken everything up, make it a little bit more creamier on the flavor. But let's go ahead and let's add the last 2 cups of chicken stock. Just measure it out. And perfect. I'll add in about a cup. Give that a good mix. Okay, that's good. One more cup. All right, that's all the cups of chicken broth. Let that cook another 10 or 15 minutes and it will be ready to go. All right, after about 15-20 minutes, it's all done. There it is. I like to dish it up with a good little spoonful of that. Or more, normally more. A little dollop, a little extra sour cream, boom. A little sprinkle of cheese. And it's always nice, little scoops. Well, that's it, guys. Stay tasty.